Yeah, but good to see you first in, Slim. What's happening, people? Anyone just coming in? Slim, if you're there, what's this remind you of? You're only going to get a minute of it. Copyrighted.
Let me take you down to going through strawberry fields. Nothing is real, nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever.
Sorry about that, guys. I know it is. Get out. Sorry about that, guys. I know it's a good tune. It's on for 4 minutes, yeah, and I'm 100%. If I left it on for any longer, that was ending the stream. Like, I think you get about 2 minutes. Steve, what is happening, mate? I popped in yours earlier. Yeah, man. Didn't know you did mad music that night. Happy days. I don't know how long you've been doing that for. I thought you would have done something. I thought you would have done something like funny, Steve. You know what I mean? Because you've got a bit of a sense of humour. You know, you see I'm rocking this again. Honestly, man, I should put my hat on. Yeah, Candy Flip. Does anyone remember that? Candy Flip. Strawberry Fields Forever. Oh my God, you see that video there, right? I can remember like going out dressed like that on like a Saturday night. Oh, do you see what I've done there? Do you see the picture here? I thought, honestly, I thought I would take the whole screen up, but look, pathetic, isn't it? That's my effort at like a new background. You know what I mean? Oh, exactly, Slim. You know the one, mate. Me and my mates were going out dressed like that on a Saturday night. Like, I don't even know how you could describe it. It was like Egyptian hieroglyphic stuff, wasn't it? The print. Like, it didn't matter what you wore. You looked like Jesus. Like, it didn't matter. You know what I mean? In fact, you remember it, don't you, mate? You must do. Don't know. You might be a bit young for it. You know. Candy Flip. I'm not even sure what year it was, but I'm guessing it'll have been 89, 88, 89. That's only one can. Budweiser. Not really a big fan like of it, but oh, massive strawberry on the back. Come on. You know what I've got as well, boy? I'm going to show you. Not a day like, but I'm going to help me. My mum and dad needs the garage cleaning out, right? And I know for a fact there's loads of like, oh mate, there's loads of stuff in there, like freaky stuff. And one thing there is right is I don't know how old I was, right? Probably I'm going to say 15, 16. I got into the start collecting beer mats because my dad used to go to the pub like twice a week, and he'd bring me beer mats in, right? So I had thousands of beer mats. But then I started, the bar towels. Yes, the king. Pick up yourself, mate. Bit of afternoon banter. This is right up your street, this king. It's a bit like, I don't know if you missed that song at the start. But anyway, right? So my dad, he started bringing me progressing from the beer mats to like the bar towels, like what the, oh, mate. I only made a coat out of them, didn't I? Swear down, coat. It was a jacket. It didn't have a zip on the front, right? But it had arms, yeah, all with beer bar towels. I'd sewn them all together like a proper coat. Even had a hood on it, right? and I've got it. It's in my dad's garage. I'll see. It's a one-off. I might auction it. Yes, bye, mate. How are you doing, Tim? Let's go. Smithy on the wing, Akash in the house. Oi, oi. Hey, Akash is getting right there. No, it's like put him on the guest list. Yeah, you know what? I did have loads to talk about, like, but just see how it goes. But I've just been listening to YouTube Asylum there, like Rob, YouTube Asylum. Big up to Rob, because I don't know, he might not be listening now, but you might listen back, but you can't not like Rob, can you? You know what I mean? He is a gadget, isn't he? Isn't he, Stevie? Rob, he's got to be a gadget. I don't even know you. I don't even know Rob that well, yeah. Only from off here, but I don't know. And what he won't remember, right? Someone might clip this, right? But I've just remembered. Rob's was one of the first panels I ever went on when I was shit scared of going on panels. And I just like one afternoon, I'd been like psyching myself up. And Rob was on, definitely Rob's channel, right? Afternoon Live. And it was like, looking back now, I'm sure, right, Northern King was in there and he'll remember it because I got on the panel, yeah, didn't know anyone. And then ended up talking about gravy and like my phobia of gravy. Man, I swear down. Northern King, I'm sure he was there, like, because that's where the gravy thing started. You know what I mean? Do you remember, King? Swear down you were there, mate. Remember it? That was one of my first times on the panel. I started talking about gravy and that. And I was thinking, what the hell am I doing here talking about gravy? This is my panel, like, career over. Yeah, but I think Rob might remember. I think Rob still remembers us from back then. Like, to be honest, he probably the type who will remember that. You know what I mean? So what we all doing is anyone watching the tennis, like, you know what I mean? That likes tennis. There's a match on here now that Tsitsipas. I like this other fella, this Eubanks fella. So that was true. We're going to give him that one, right? Because it was funnier. Ash, you got to build up to me, mate. You know what I mean? I know, like, you've been on you before and that. I just like weird fan. I'll give you that one though. And honestly, well, you know what? Normally I'd have a flat cap on, but I'd look even more like Steve Wraith. But thanks for mentioning that, mate. Yeah. I know, Sean. I've been close to doing I nearly did it. Like, I was going to do one yesterday or last night, like a proper like four round quiz and that. And I can't remember what happened now. Oh yeah, Flavors happened, didn't he? Oh, now Flavors, right? So Flavors, the man famous, right? The most famous man for falling asleep on a live stream, right? Northern King remember that one as well. Right? So man's falls asleep all the time, right, on lives. Yeah, he goes in hospital on the Tuesday, right? Has his tonsils out, gets told to keep quiet for 48 hours, right? He's not allowed no weed, no drink. I think he's living on yogurts because I've been watching him for 2 days, me and Luke. And fucking hell, he's still up 30 hours later. He'd been up for 30 hours, right? When he was on Expos, right? He had been up for 30 hours and he still sat on expos. He hadn't had a joint, he hadn't had a drink. He hadn't been to sleep for 30 hours, man. And he's back live today, man. What a fucking legend, man. Fuck's sake. Flavors is riding the wave there, man. Michael Stever. Fly Me to the Moon, great title. I know, yeah. Here's a story behind it, mate. I think most people know about it, so I will tell it another time. But anyone who's from Middlesbrough will understand it. But I'll be honest, I don't know how you found Fly Me to the Moon, right? Because if you put it in the search engine before they brought these, the tags out, the YouTube handles, is it? Like it was impossible to find this channel. Like Fly Me to the Moon, you've got to go through about 10,000 Frank Sinatra like versions. Yeah, man. So if you just fell into here, Stephen, it's a good shot. Good shot, like Sean's been basking all day, like the night. Proper basking. You know what I'm saying? There's OG there. He's up there, Bush. Ash was the other one, right? I keep like being in the right, but I don't know whether it's the right place at the right time or wrong place. But I remember Ash's first time on YouTube. He was sat on Rob. Man, it's weird. So it was a Saturday afternoon, and YouTube Asylum Rob was doing a live, but Ashley was with him, and they put the cameras on, and it was Ash. I think he just got out of prison. The man's on YouTube Asylum. It's ironic now. He's sat on YouTube Asylum's like sofa, and I'm talking. He's talking in the chat, and he's absolutely loving it. You know, Ash. Funny as fuck. And I'm sure that was one of the first times he come on that afternoon. Barcelona. Yeah, boy. International 8. Talking about, yeah, boy. What was the crack about Pablo? Who started that rumour off? You know what I mean? Who started that rumour off? That Pablo was dead, like in Thailand, he isn't, is he? You better not be. Oh, man, you can't, don't know. Bad rumour, that, like. Bad rumour, that. But, Video Craig ran with it, like, milked it for everything, didn't he? Oh, man. Honestly, the Video Craig is just like, he's ruthless, man. He's gone crazy. I know that he's been coming on YouTube for a long time, right? And he has just hit. He's just like he's riding the wave at the minute. You know what I mean? I can remember when he started doing his lives and he had like 30, 35, 40 people in. I was on night shift and he seemed quite nervous and that. And then, but he can't be nervous because he goes on stage, doesn't he? Tells bad jokes and that. But I don't think he's nervous, but now he's basking in it now. Like he's got his perfect ally in Thailand, yeah, or wherever he is now. Fuck knows. But he's just the coldest. That'd be like 5, 6, 700 people every day. Even he did a live with Chrissy, it's his girlfriend, it's his girlfriend. Just a mad live for an hour, just for chat. I think it was about 300 people there. Honestly, I'm starting to worry about the competition now. Like it's getting big in here. Yeah, man, madness. Absolute madness. Yeah, I had loads of things to talk about as well, you know. Yeah, I've just been watching the tennis. Is anyone else watching it? No, that Alcaraz bloke. Where the hell did he come from? Never even heard of him. Number one in the world. How the hell did they hit that ball that hard? Imagine trying to return one and then just one. One. It's coming at you like 136 mile an hour. That ball's coming at you. It's no wonder they get new balls. You know, they get new balls every 7 games. I don't know how many actual balls he is that new, but you can see them every time they serve. Watch the ball boys and that shot them. They've got 4 balls, spinning them around. See which one's the best. See which one's like hasn't been hit 130 mile an hour. Favorite movie? You know what? I've got a few because I always think of one, and then another one comes in. But you know what? For comedy, right? I don't laugh at much, right? I don't laugh at much, but you remember Stir Crazy with Gene Wilder and they did a few films together, didn't they? Stir Crazy. So the other one, any Tarantino, mate? Tarantino. True Romance, probably, but I like all Tarantino's films. But I don't know, it went a bit weird the last few films. But I think he's due a new one. This he's got one out already. But what about Dusk Till Dawn? I mean, you can't get a film like Dusk Till Dawn, can you? Quentin Tarantino reinvented. John Travolta wouldn't have a penny if it wasn't for Quentin Tarantino. Resurrected loads of careers, man, by bringing all the good actors, man, wasn't it? De Niro, they all want to be in there, man. You all want to be in a Tarantino film. There's Shirley there. Shirley in the house. Yeah, Jim Wilder's funny as man in Stir Crazy, mate. The pair of them, right, are just like, I must have seen it about 20 times and I still laugh my head off at it. Honestly, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine filming that with them two? How long it would take? It's like when Jim Carrey makes a film, the whole like you could make a film of all the outtakes and that would be just as funny, wouldn't it? Like imagine trying to work with him, Jim Carrey. Old plastic face, is that what they call him? Crazy behaviour. You know, talk crazy behaviour right now. See, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I always like if you're in straight away, I always play a song like and it's just random, like today was totally random, just a song just come into my head the other day. I just remembered and I just sorted it out before I went live there. But I know for a fact it'll get it's copywritten and like I only showed a minute and a half. Candy Flynn. Yeah man. What were we on about? Films, wasn't there? Yeah man, stuff. Dean Wilder and what's the other book called? He's done stand up as well. What about I'll tell you what else is funny as well, like Eddie Murphy. Remember being at school, Eddie Murphy, you know, he did them two, I think he did two like big live shows in Vegas or something like that. One was called Raw. Oh, was it Eddie Murphy, something and Raw? Both of them, like the videos were going about at school, and you know, because it was a bit edgy. That was when you if you're from Borough. Northern King owes me £30 for a 3 month unpaid of subscription. Anyone seen him? He wasn't here earlier on. Like he was saying, he was calling you a pussy clat, calling you a bumper clat, Cardiff. I'm sure he was. Yeah, he was in here in his rocky dressing gown, gold, the black one with the gold trims and that. If he owes you 30 quid, that's how I bought it. Richard Pryor, that's the one, that's what we need. What's the news on the Jude front today? I did pop in there. Try to I always try to pop in for like as long as I can anyway. Depends at what point you get due, didn't it? You know what I mean? But like you don't know what you're gonna get here. It's like we know what you're gonna get, you know you're gonna get entertained. Yeah, I think you had company, you think it's granddaughter been there. That's fucking actually that, you know. Honestly, living in London's dead. I know what's the crack with lasagna. Do we all like lasagna or not? Like, Sean, I seen that last night, you know. Mate, honestly, it was absolutely mad last night. The whole thing was just crazy, wasn't it? It was like just absolute madness, man. Flavors was like orchestrating it all, wasn't it? And it was just like, you know, man, it was much too much of it, man. He's another one, nutter, absolute nutter. Biggest eyebrows on YouTube. Well, yeah, I don't think there's another set of eyebrows bigger. Living in Cardiff, why? Why? There's Mick Johnson there. What are we doing there, Mick Johnson? Don't even know what that was an impression of there. Yeah, so Pablo's not dead, is he? He's not dead, is he? Last seen in Thailand, wasn't he? He didn't meet up with buggies and them. You know, I'm totally lost with all that now. Like, I haven't got a clue what's going on now. I think Buggy's channels said he's given his channel up again. See, man, I can't keep up with him. Just every other line's like when they get shot, they're already having a nightmare when they first go to prison. And they shot them in with what's his face, the big massive bullet, and he can't even get in the cell. You have to be there. Like. But I don't laugh at many films now, to be honest. The only other one that springs to mind that you just can't help but laugh at because of the acting, Step Brothers. Step Brothers, man. Okay. If you don't laugh at Step Brothers, there's something wrong. Yeah. Turkish. Turkish. Good name, that Turkish. How long did that take you? I think that one, mate. Was that was it 50-50? Oh, no. Big shout out to Louise, Lou Dodd, who's at work. I don't know. You know, she does listen in, but you might notice that she doesn't come in the chat much, you know. But that's because we usually do these when I'm at work, but when she's at work, sorry. But big love to Lou Dodd there, working hard. Big love there. Go and give her a sub as well, or get her shorts and that. Put some mad shorts up. Not sure I know, yeah. You were up all night, weren't you? Just about it was about the spelling, wasn't it? You know, like that. No, it was like ER or just A. Just fucking up all night. Surely. Honestly. And when anyone can stay awake with them eyebrows like that, they must be pushing down on your eyes constant. You know, so like you're constantly fighting them. Why don't you just get them trimmed? I've got one of them hedge cutters out here. Did a good job of the hedge, didn't I? Keep myself busy now, right? Yeah, so I do feel a little bit bad, yeah. I feel a little bit bad because there's like an old couple who live next door and they're like proper nice, you know, like I think you've heard me talking to them when I was painting the wall and that, you know, just to come out and have a bit of crack, but not, you know, getting on a bit. So when I did the hedge, I did like over in their garden and I did this side for them. But his our side looked a lot neater, you know. His side, it looked like one of the fences at the Grand National, like looked like Beaches Brook. But I couldn't do anything, like it's just too much. Like there was weeds everywhere and that, right? And all I had was the hedge cutting, so I wasn't cutting no, I didn't have a trimmer, right? But I said to him, because I'd left loads of mess with all the hedge coming off, I said, "Oh, you come out." I said, "Don't worry about it, I'm going to tidy up and everything." There about an hour later, absolutely sweating, the pair of us. The pair of us were sweating, but yeah, I do have to go around and finish it off. I'm going to go around and finish it off in the night. Because the thing was, I was saying to him, well, what's are these weeds or these weeds or oh, that's a good one that as well. Yeah, I was saying, are these weeds or these plants? Because if I get the strimmer out, if I go and get a strimmer, it's just going to destroy his garden, you know, like it's taking everything out. It's taking everything out there. Like. JG Beckett, big up to JG Beckett, respect. Just realised I've been thinking for a while, JG Beckett, I know that, I know him. And I just realised who it is. Big up there yourself. Oh, living in Cardiff saying, oh, yeah, am I the guy off the TV advert? You've been thinking of that, haven't you? You've been racking your brain. It's been like looking at the screen thinking, I get that. Some of the best laughs I've ever had is, you know, when you're out with your mates. And we always had this daft thing, like my mates would have his brushes and just come out with stupid sayings or but one of my mates had this knack for, you know, getting lookalikes of like famous people. So you'd just be like you'd just be in the town with your mate, with daft mates. But it's the way so he'd say like, what the fuck's Roger Federer doing over there? And you look over, right? Be someone who's an absolute double of like Roger Federer. And like it's a good knack, but I think there's something in that, you know, something in that. There's a bit of content in that. Yeah, I've got loads of daft ideas, like they're all daft though. Never know flavours might pop in here, you know. Don't know, like I think I've got less chance of him coming over now. It was bad enough before yesterday. The man's God now, isn't he? Like, there's no way I'm getting God on here, is there? God is like swerving this place. I'm telling you, there he is there. Absolute batty. Right. So my mate Dennis has just WhatsApped me, right? And he's WhatsApped me, right? Because he can't get in the chat, the poor fella. He's sat watching this now, right? Now, when he's got his phone, he's got the chat moving, right? But he can't type. When he goes to type, he's saying he can't, right? So he just has to watch. But when he finds something funny, he'll WhatsApp me, which he just done there. And he's put the Halifax man and laughy face, loads of laughy faces. So respect to living in Cardiff with that shout there. That could be lookalike of the week. Yeah, it's not my favourite, like, you know, Mick, it's not my favourite, like, it's all right on draft. I can remember going out one afternoon having about three, might have been me and Louise, and like, just like struggling, you know what I mean? Carrying each other out after 3 pints of that on draft. But, you know, in the bottles and cans, you know, when you get the bottom of the can, it's always gone warm and it and a bit flat. Oh, so that's you behind, it's not me. I've done that before, like, oh, bad in it. You know what it is? That does your head in that. You know, when you're like, you're watching live, but you go off for something, you forget, and you go back about 3 minutes later, and you haven't like fast forwarded it, and this chat just doesn't make any sense, does it, with what you're watching? That's definitely Ashley, that right. What was that other account he had? Dirty Den, wasn't it? Dirty Den. Where'd you come up with this shit, mate? He got some bad sense of humour, like, I swear. Must be a like Cumbrian thing. It's like mush in it. Does anyone else does anyone else ever bring mush into like their language? Just, do you know what I mean? Just call everyone mush, don't you? We start saying knee divvies round here mush. Yeah. We just like Louise is often like can often be doing impressions like people off YouTube. Funny as fuck. I'm not even going to tell you who the best impression is like. Great. Cindy, right? I'm even going to bring it up myself, right? But shout of the day was from this scallywag, right, in the chat called Living in Leeds, right? So look at this shout from Living in Leeds. So he's been ripping me. Look at that shout. No need for that, like. No need for that, like. It's going to take some beating, that, though. Yeah, but I think if you think hard, you could think that somebody looks like someone else, but man, you know, when Ministry was doing that mad Chuck bloke, right? I didn't even know it was Ministry. I thought it was somebody who looked like Ministry, you know, because they had all the dungarees on and all that. I reckon Steve McGeary rocks the dungarees still. Like, I'm sure someone told me that Steve's favourite outfit is turn up dungarees, jeans, dark denim, and bowling shoes. You know them bowling shoes. I used to go out in them with these turn up dungarees. So big shout out to Steve McGeary there, leading the way. Like, she's leading the way in the fashion. Honestly. Yeah, this Eubanks bloke who's playing now, it's called Eubanks, right? He's about 7 foot. he's like a rake, yeah. But it's his first Wimbledon, and I don't know. He's just one of them who it's going to be that Alcaraz, isn't it? Alcaraz and Djokovic. You can just see Djokovic. He doesn't even have to get out of first gear to beat most people. I was watching him the other night. So I'm liking the late night tennis. Louise is not digging it like. No, I am watching like too much to be honest, but it's only on once a year, innit? It's better when there's a break left in it, like. But yeah, you know what it is next week. Next week it's the Open, in it. I already put a live up to like for the day before. For not just talk about golf because there's loads of golfers on here. There's loads of aren't golfers. But there's plenty of notice for whoever it is. So if you know anyone on here who's into golf, that's where we're going to be talking golf. Any stories, you know what I mean? We've all got golfing stories. Who was it? Who was it? Who we need to talk to? Muggles. Where are you, mate? You know what I'm saying? Thought you were my mate and that. Who's doing the Duncan Goodhue shout there? What the? Duncan Goodhue? He was totally bald though, wasn't he? He like, it had gone, hadn't he? He had a, didn't he have a, what do you call it? You know, how old is everyone in here, right? Let me see if I can find this just while I remember. It's only on 2 minutes. It's a beaut. Check this bad boy out. Check this out.
Accompanied by a montage of racy shots, which Ken compiled using an editing console borrowed from Stuart Piper.
That's right.
Who does wedding videos. Thanks again, Stuart.
Yes, thanks, Stuart.
My Austin Ambassador, why reg, why reg, why reg? My Austin Ambassador, why reg? It's a car that I revere. My Austin Ambassador, why reg, why reg, why reg? Don't keep asking me why reg, it just happens to be that year. Now you may cover to Clio or a Montego, marvel at the Mondeo, fine but not me, no. My Austin Ambassador, why reg, why reg, why reg? My Austin Ambassador, why reg? It's a car that I revere. Now you may be utterly sold on your Peugeot, your Proton, your Mitsubishi Shogun, but I'll always dote on my Austin Ambassador. Why reg, why reg, why reg? Don't keep asking me why reg, it just happens to be that year.
Oh, I'd appreciate some help, Ken. My way of putting them Cuban eels.
Oh, this is excellent footage, John. It really is. Marvellous. Oh, careful, John.
Get off me roof, Ken.
Throw a wobbler, John. Your car's broken down. The tour's in jeopardy. Everything's going wrong.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? And it's all your fault.
Ow, you're hurting my ankles. Oh, give me a Chinese
You would
burn.
get wrong.
Oh, God, John. Oh.
Don't say how much like I didn't like this last night.
You're right, Ken.
I think so.
Mad, did he? That's so you were close there, Shirley. It's actually John. Where is it? It's John Shuttleworth. You know, like a shuttle, not Shuffleworth, but John Shuffleworth sounds funny. Yeah. Oh, you've just missed Song of the Month there, Aldi. Did you hear it? My Austin Ambassador, why reg, why reg, why reg? Big love to Lude on there, who's just getting a sneaky little break there. But random shout out for Ludon because she will be listening in. Yeah, boy. John Shuffleworth. I love John Shuffleworth. Like, yeah. Did you hear that, Aldi? I bet you. I don't know. I think Aldi's still got an Austin ambassador. Actually, sure, that's what you told me, Aldi. That day you said, "Oh, this beauty. She's a beauty," and it was like an Austin ambassador. Mick Johnson's got a Fiat 500, like with flames down the side. Honest, Fiat 500's got flames going down the side of it. Like off Grease Lightning or something. And Old D secretly, right? Old D has secretly got a motorbike sidecar that you can see him flying about. He likes to sit in the sidecar bit. He thinks it's fun. Like, you can often hear him, like, you can hear him screaming around the corners, when he's going out for your milk. That's how he gets about, though. Motorbike and sidecar. I think Menjo's got the same one. Menjo's got the same one. Like George and Mildred. George and Mildred. There's Shirley there, bringing the tone down there on the afternoon vibe. Come on, Timothy. Come on, Timothy. Can't be having this on an afternoon. Alabama. No, it's been modified, you told me, Aldi. You said, I know, you said, look, Moon, don't tell anyone, but I did have to get it modified to fit, I think it's called Jackable size. It was an extra large thing, though, so you had a little bit of leg room. You should never work too hard, Never work too hard. You shouldn't have to work hard, unless you get appreciated for it, or you get some satisfaction out of it. Otherwise, just like you work, don't you? You work. You don't flog yourself, man. Honestly. Don't lie, you have got flames down the side of that as well, Al. Don't deny that. Go faster, flames. He's got the same hat, with them flying hats that Chubby Brown wears, like pilot hats. I tell you what, I've got a thing for, obviously, man. Like, you're gonna say it's weird, but it's proper interesting, right? Heathrow Airport's the best one. Go and watch Heathrow Airport live, right? I think it's called Big Jets or something. And you would not believe how busy Heathrow Airport is, right? This fella goes live, like he's got 350,000 subs. All he's done is plugged up outside Heathrow. He's got a decent camera with a few cameras probably. And he's got over 250,000 subs, right? 300,000 anyway. And there was 5,000 people in his chat yesterday, in his live chat yesterday, watching planes land and take off. And they're all members as well and donating and shit. Honest. Like, imagine just because you can go to any airport in the world on YouTube and look live, you can watch the planes coming in and the people in the chat, right? This is how mad they are. The people in the chat know exactly the flight and what's due in. And they know exactly like what's taking off and where it's going and where it's stopping. So I suppose that's what people, it's interesting to watch. You want to see some of the planes all that landed at Heathrow? Jesus Christ. I don't know. Still amazes me how they even take off. But Heathrow's my best one up and now, right? But another good one is Sydney Airport. Honestly, don't knock it till you've tried it, right? Just chill out, put it on, and watch it for 10 minutes. But it might just be me being with it, might just be me being with it. Heathrow. Imagine how many people work there as well. It's been a few TV series, hasn't there? I think there's one out at the minute because I seen it the other day. I didn't watch it, but it was a series about when they were in Heathrow Airport, how it works and all that. You can imagine how many people there. Have they got an airport? Like Norwich got an airport. I think there's quite a lot of airports. Or like, how long does a runway have to be? Is it a mile or something? So it's a mile, and like Heathrow's got what, 2 or 3 or something. So we're going to build another one, weren't they? But yeah, man, Heathrow's nuts. I mean, you go on about safety and that. Like airplanes have got to be the safest. It's mad. It sounds mad, but they have got to be the safest form of transport, like statistically. So I've never been scared of flying. I'm just scared of crashing. Flying's all right, man. I just don't want to be crashing. Yeah, because there's one just opened up. Well, it used to be Teesside Airport a long time. It was never a massive airport, And I remember when they shut it down, it was like a sad day, We didn't have a local airport. But anyway, after years, somehow they managed to get it up and running again, starting to pick up now. See loads of planes flying over here, over Durham way. Teesside, I've been. It's the type of airport. I think the furthest will go is like back before. It's a lot of like internal flights and Ireland and stuff. Amsterdam, that type of shit. Really, never fly. Not that because it's mad though. Because why though? If you've never been on, like, don't you trust the airplanes, or do you just think you just think that you're that unlucky? You know what I mean? It's like that Alanis Morissette song, isn't it? He waited his whole damn life to take that flight. As the plane fall down, he thought, well, isn't this nice? Isn't it ironic? Remember it? Alanis Morissette, wasn't it? Alanis Morissette, man, she was bigger, Like, she could be to blame for, like, girl power. She started it all off. There's a few other ones on there who, like, well, started all that off, didn't they? With the girls taking over. I know Mick wasn't too fussed because Mick was a big Girls Aloud fan, actually. Is that right, Mick? Steve was more, Steve. Steve was that first band that, when they first started the show off, I think it was called Pop Idols. Well, Steve's favourite band is the ones that formed from that series. Was that your first one? Like, stay over? I was in. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. But I don't think he's in yet, and he might be. I don't know. He might be blanking me. When like you've been talking to people for ages, or you always in your lives, but you didn't realise that you had a channel, right? And then Louise says, "Oh, so and so's live," like Howl Ahead. I was like, "Howl Ahead live?" She said, "Yes." I said, "All right, of course, but Howl Ahead's always there." You know what I mean? Like, so I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over Howl Ahead. Anyway, I couldn't find it. I hadn't even sub to him. Sorry, mate. Sorry, bro. Because I said, Louise, where's this setting where you can sub to people that don't know? You go like incognito. Right, I'm no good with like settings and shit like that. Which ones were them, Mick? Which ones were girls allowed? Like, come on, mate. You know them all off by heart. Yeah, man. You know what? One of them. I mean, it's just me, right? I've never ever been a saver. I don't know why. I've always worked, but I've never been a saver. It's obvious, like you get 15, like you just think, why wasn't I a saver? You know what I mean? I should have been retired like 10 years ago. All I would have had to do is not go out for 10 years. If I didn't go out between 20 and the age of 30, if I never went out for 10 years, right, I could retire now. I would be retired on a decent pension. Honestly, man. Do not really, Emily, how you doing? There's Tracy there. Big up the Tracy. What is happening? Oh, we've got living in Cardiff. He's leaving me alone for now. Like he hasn't. I think he knows that that's not going to be beaten. For anyone who's just coming in, I know. I'm not gonna deflect. I'm gonna give it the appreciation. Tracy and Emily. Emily, you might not remember. Tracy, you will. You know the bloke from the Halifax adverts. So living in Cardiff thinks I'm a dead ringer. As soon as he said Halifax adverts, I knew what he meant. There's been a lot of Halifax adverts over the years. Stevie Town people have like because he's doing his own lives and just because he's got one live under his belt, thinks he's Genghis Khan. Like keep an eye on Steve McGreevy, like Steve McGeary. There's a few people missing, where's Big G? Big G, man. What is happening, fella? I've seen you floating about. Yeah, man, this is your home, mate. Always rooming the chat for my mate Big G, like wherever he is. He's working hard there, and maybe he's like damaged his fingertips, tapping too hard. I'm hoping that's what it is like. But yeah, who else? Shout to Phil Graham, wherever you are, Phil lad. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, Zeus. Before a week ago, I probably would have said that Zeus, even if he is on holiday, I don't know. No, he probably doesn't watch YouTube, but he never used to miss. He always used to be in the lads, or at least watching. He'd always like let me know later on that he was watching, type of thing. Some people can't be asked typing. I know it's a pain in the ass. Absolute pain in the ass, and especially because the copious amounts of weed that gets smoked by people in, the chat. I don't even know how they do type. I don't know how they can even see the screen. Never mind, like tapping away. Yeah, if you're scared of flying, I don't know, it can be a bit claustrophobic, like, can't it? I can understand that. And the fact that, like, you can't do anything on there right now. I mean, when we first went on our first lads holiday, we were absolutely mortal drunk, my mate, just totally stripped off, like bollock naked, and like put this. We dared him to put this white napkin on his head, right? Go bollock naked, walk up the aisle of the airplane, and he did. And he got about 10 seats before the woman even seen him. He had now on but a napkin on his head off the peanuts, when you get the peanuts. And this was on the way to like Mac or something. Yeah, man, you can't do now like that anymore, can you? Like, you could smoke at the back of the plane, the back 10 seats. It was like this one there on the airplane. But yeah, that's what happens to people. Definitely, well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's the Lee Evans. Oh, what's the odds, mate? What odds? I like, you know what? I don't bet on the horses. I've done the bet, but my thing was never the horses. But if you like horses, I watched Royal Ascot and that, and I can't get into it. Like, I love Cheltenham. Honestly, Cheltenham's brilliant, but it doesn't bother me about betting. I don't have to have a bet on it to enjoy it. But Flying Moon just sat there, like, I had one the other day, didn't I? I had a tip the other day, coming at 10-1. But the race finished at 12:30, so it's the last time I'm using that one. What's happening now, D, mate? Are you at work? You know what I'll do? It's about time, right? Like, maybe not a day, because I won't be on that long. But you need to do, are you going to jump on a panel one day or what? Northern King said he will. You know what I mean? We need to get, like, some panels popping off. Don't do no panels anymore, do we? Yeah, man. Zoldy, you know what I mean? We're not bothered about you, Al. It's just we want to see Marvin and Merlin, yeah. So just get them on. You turn your camera on because it'll be a lot better for us watching. Because all day did tell me like he's a bit of a sad story, like when he went on he joined a dating site, a posh dating site, and they took loads of details down of him. Took loads of photos of that and said, "Oh, you should have no problem." He waited like 6 months, right? He didn't have one reply. You know what I mean? Didn't have one reply, so he went back in. He said, "Look, what's going on? I'm paying all this money for this, but I haven't had one reply." The woman said to him, "Have you thought about taking your photos off?" You know what I mean? And he did, and he still didn't get anywhere. Yeah, Northern King, you didn't get on that. Who started that? Who started off the fighting trolls is dead? Pablo's dead, man. There's headlights flying all over. Headlamps, man. Me good. Medvedev, was he a footballer, Medvedev? Or I think is it someone's dad? Yeah, what was I on about there? Yeah, man. Half past 3, is it? Or no, but be able to watch that. But do you just always go on the nose like that, or do you go each way in that? Right, we're in for a little treat, guys. There's only 18, but word will get about when my mate's on the panel.
Hello, how
Yeah,
you doing?
boy.
I only clicked the link so I didn't have to listen to your stupid story about me and the dating. I didn't even hear the end of it, so I don't know what the
I'm getting
punchline.
like Daryl. I've milked that one a few times now. That's the last time.
How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, man. Sound,
Good, good.
you've been with it. I feel like we have seen a little bit of each other. Like, I don't feel like I've been. I think I've done quite a bit, over the last week.
Yeah, I've caught you in a
Try to
few
keep-
chats and that, but not many.
I don't go in that many chats now, you know that, man.
No, best way, mate. Best way.
It's because I don't just like going in and out. Like, you've got to have like at least quarter of an hour to go in a chat, haven't you? By the time I have a bit of crack.
That's it. You go in, say something, and then something comes up, somebody phones you, you jump back out again, and it gets to. You go back in, see what somebody said, and so all conversations changed.
Yeah. What you liking at the minute, Al? Were you on the flavours buzz yesterday?
I've seen a bit of Flabs, but I haven't been in there much. But I didn't see it all last night. I switch off at about 8 o'clock usually, so I just hear what's gone on overnight afterwards.
Yeah, it was just madness. Flavours just took over YouTube for 30 hours.
He hasn't been
After
sleeping, has he? He can't
Mate,
sleep.
after he just had his tonsils out 2 days before, he wasn't even supposed to be talking.
No, he couldn't sleep because he had out to smoke. So it's just been live for 30 hours.
He's fucking mad, isn't he? Are you at work right now?
I am, mate, yeah. Do you want to see a
Yeah,
scene?
what? Oh, well, I wouldn't say no, like.
Can you
Let me
see?
get that.
Have I put my camera on?
Can. Yeah, man, the camera's on, mate. You're all right. Go and see your ugly mush.
Merlin, say hello.
He seems dead quiet there, Al. Have you just done a show, like?
You what, mate?
Have you just done a show, or have you got one more to do?
Got another at 4 o'clock. So
How busy is it today?
it's a bit quieter today. It's just all Scottish down at the moment 'cause the Scottish are already on holiday, so there's loads of Scottish people.
Is there a lot of camping? Still people camping there, like loads of campers now, bring their own tents.
Yeah, there's quite a few on the site. Yeah, a lot of tourers and stuff. So yeah, it's fairly busy. Marvin, you coming up? Marvin,
Come on,
Come on.
Marvin. You'll not be able to recognise us with my glasses on, man.
he's sulking. He's Marvin. I don't know why.
So have they done any new tricks like Al? What's the what you working on?
The little one, the one that bit me. He's been. I've been training him a lot, so he's been getting all the training really.
So are you just training him to like do what Marvin can do?
Yeah, trying to, but it'll take a while to get to Marvin's standard. But no, they're all
So
good.
do they just, is it? Can you tell when they're in the mood or not? Like if they're not in the mood, you're not getting out.
As soon as you
can
walk
you
on
work
stage,
it round them with mackerel.
as soon as you walk on stage, you know if they're gonna twat you about or not. Every time.
Really?
Yeah, you can walk out there and think, "Oh, this is not going to go well." Just within about 20 seconds, you know if they're going to be good or not. But to be
So
fair
yeah,
to them,
go on now.
they've all been good so far.
Yeah.
Apart from that one.
What's your
fight.
worst nightmare, Al? If I had to put you on the spot and you remember something that was really bad, like where you thought, "Oh my god, can't believe this," like or embarrassing.
I had one day when they were all poorly. They must have had, I don't know whether it was bad fish or what, but all morning they were all being sick. They wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't eat. They wouldn't do nothing.
Really?
And I thought, this is a nightmare. I've got 3 shows to do and I've got 4 sea lions that wouldn't eat. or do anything. Just wouldn't even sit up. They were just laying there. And it got to like 5 to 12. And at about 2 minutes to 12, Marvin just drags himself up, drags himself out, and bless him, he did the whole show. But it was like a right effort for him. I was amazed. I thought, you could see, he's like, I won't let you down, mate. I'll do it for you. But you could see it was hard work for him, bless him. He didn't eat a single fish. He did the whole show for no fish. Every time I threw him a fish, he just spat it out. But he still sat there and did the whole show for me. He's a legend.
Yeah, man. That's what you need, isn't it? So all in all, has it been busier this year, I think? Do you think, or quieter there?
Quiet start. Easter was quiet, but half term, that May half term week, that was really busy. Really busy. And it's picking up now, but I don't know. It's expensive to get in, and people don't have the brass, do they? But
that's why we like camping. You know, there was always like the few times we went. I'm not going to lie, we saved up some like tokens. You know, where you went camping for next to out.
There's always offers on, and if you book in advance, you can book up to midnight the day before, and you save yourself about 10, 15 quid, providing you book online up to 12, up to like the day before. You always save money. Like there's always offers out, but it's just finding them. But I think there's a lot of people on the caravan site. We had, do you know She Digs It? Have you heard of She Digs It? She's often in Knitters. She was here last week with her lad. Met them. They're really, really nice. Like they came and saw Marvin. I think she's put a few videos up. But no, it's all going good down here. All going good.
It's like Flamingo Land, right, Al? It is a bit like on the night in the summer. It's a bit like your Butlins and that, innit? It's exactly the same, innit? Same vibe.
Oh, yeah. It's wild down here on a night. The staff aren't allowed to drink down here anymore. We used to, and it was even wilder then. But yeah, it's you
get all the like teenagers, don't you, going away with the mums and dads and that. I think it's great.
Well, we have these football tournaments on a weekend now. They do these because they do a lot of grassroots football stuff. I think Steve McGeary is saying he's a grandson or his nephew was down here playing in one of them. But they do those most weekends, and they're really popular. But I don't know if they stay on site or if they just come for the day. I think some will probably stay on site, but
the good thing about staying there in the tent, you get that band, don't you? You can just go walking in and out all day long, and there's always something to do in there. So that was what was good with the camping, that you could just get in the park, in and out all day long.
There's about 4 bars open on a night, I think. There's like a big club at the bottom that holds about 2,000 or 3,000 people. And then there's a couple of other bars open, like there's a sort of country pub and then a sports bar as well. We've got the big sports bar now open as well. So, yeah, it's popular.
So, are you still known on here as like the Sea Lion Man, or you're just Al now, or what?
Call me what you like, mate. I don't care.
Because everyone knows. I can remember. I wanted to spill the story. I don't know if I did, because no one knew what you did they not that long ago?
No, I was on here for
it was me who did get it on.
It was Nutter that actually spilled it, I think.
Yeah.
But it was only probably a week before you came down. Nutter came down. Nutter and Torbs came down. And
Torbs as well.
Ooh. Yeah, there's Nutter and Torbs. Only it's like 2 Duracell bunnies, them two.
Obviously, Torbs, I always say Torbs is Nutter like PhD, you know, in like literacy and that. Comes out with all these mad words in it. Like, honestly, Torbs, like, oh man, he can't have talk, can he?
Oh, they're funny together. Man. Oh, yeah. The pair of them together, they're hilarious. Two good lads, like. I had a good laugh with him when they came down here, but he didn't have a clue what I did. I just said to him in the chat, he said, I'm coming to Flamingo Land. I said, right, I'll see you tomorrow. He went, you will? I said, yeah, I'll come and see you tomorrow. And then I saw him, I was walking around the park and I saw him, he was trying to stroke a bloody tortoise, leaning over the fence trying to stroke a tortoise. And I just went, oi! And he jumped out of his skin. And then he laughed and he was like, are you LD? I was like, yes. And then they came and mess about and sort sea lions and that, watch the show.
Yeah, well,
And then I think it was only about maybe a fortnight later, you and Luke came down.
yeah, man. Like, honestly, people in the chat, if you do go, he will look after you. Like, he'll even mention your name in front of about 300 people, make them all look at you. You know, give you a wave and that. The daughter especially loves that one. Like, she's like, she'll
She
never
looked
forget that.
mortified, your daughter. She looked mortified.
And everyone knows I'm the short king now. You know that, don't you, Al? You
Yes.
know, I'm putting shorts out. Like, things are happening to me every time I go out the house. So I've got to get them up on the channel, right? But
You've had some real good ones. You've had some like 25k views and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah. The point I was going to make is Marvin was the first one that blew up. That was the first one that got like 6,000 views. I couldn't believe it. I was used to like a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
And I remember when I put that up and it went to 6,000, and I was like, mate.
You had one with a cow though that went to about 24, didn't you? Just a cow. It was 24,000 people.
I milked the life out of them cows, like, didn't I? Like, swear.
I had a.
But
I think
honestly, shorts. Are you soldiering on with your shorts? Like, are you still putting them out?
I only put them on. I don't put them on Thursdays and Sundays when I'm off. But I put like one or two on every other day. If I'm at work, I just do a couple. I just record a couple and put them on. But I had a 6K one the other day. That's my best one ever, I think, with a lion on.
It's good, like, isn't it, when you get one that like goes, you know what I mean?
Well, it's all I do. I don't do any lives. I don't put any long videos up. All my channel is just shorts of the animals. And I've got like, I think I'm on about 900 subs now. Something like that. Yeah, I didn't put my first video up until November, I think. So I haven't even been putting them up a year, and I've got 900 subs just from shorts.
Mate, check this out, right? I mean, I'm not like, I haven't even mentioned this yet, but I'm not far off 2,000 subs.
I know. I've seen 188. I think you're on 1,880. I've just looked now because we shared you live.
Every short you put up, right? If you get a good one, you can guarantee you get like 10 subs off it. And if you just randomly get 10 subs, you what, mate?
That's what all my subs are from, practically. Apart from like the likes of yourself and Daryl and people and Nutter advertising us as well. But yeah, it's crazy. Shorts are the way forward.
Could you put up with this fella for a bit?
I could have kept him in a whoopsie Betty. I told him to stop and he'd shit in my shoe.
How are you doing, Dave?
Dave, you're too young to even remember that show. You're doing what you're doing. He's doing a Daryl there.
He's gone.
He's gone. That was him. Just that's what he does, isn't it? You know what I mean? Absolutely. Honest. So, what did you see that thing about Pablo? Al? Pablo was dead or something. That somebody started a rumor of.
I saw that one, yeah, but I only caught the end of it. Somebody said no, he's not. I was talking to him on Instagram or something.
It didn't go off like did it? Like I think Video Craig. It was just like riding a wave at the minute. Have you been watching any of that?
When that Yami B, somebody put out that Yami B had died.
Oh, and that was the worst.
Went out. Everybody was like putting gutted about it. And then that was about 24 hours before somebody went, he's not dead. I just spoke to him.
People were going out buying suits for his funeral and that.
Bad, isn't it?
What a rumour to start, but he was ill though, wasn't he, I think?
Yeah, he'd been ill, he'd been in hospital, yeah. So that makes it worse, I think. Somebody's saying he's dead.
You just got to be careful. You know what I've seen a lot of as well, Al, right? And like, you know, when people say something and like especially in a chat and they get it wrong, like or it brings another word out and makes the message look really bad.
Yeah.
And the host reads it out, like some of them read it, just jump on it straight away, and everyone does, and you don't have that chance.
Just because you put a wrong word in there somewhere.
Oh, as a host, you've got to read the chat properly, and you've got to know what's going, like sort of what's going on. You know what I mean? It's lucky for me. because I've only got like 20 people to look at, but
Well, in Flavs sometimes on his chat can go utterly mental, and he's just sat watching telly, and he has no clue about it. And then he'll look at his chat, and there's like full on arguments going on. It's just like, what's going on here? He doesn't have a clue about it. Then I don't know. It must be hard when you've got a lot of people in. Try to watch the chat, try to chat as well, and keep the live going.
Yeah, well, it was just funny last night. Me and Lou were just loving it, like the flavors when he had like 150 or whatever. And like he's still going on. He's still on the phone muting. He's got 150 people in his chat.
Just puts it on mute and goes on his phone for 5 minutes, talking to Cliff about somewhere.
Brilliant, that one.
He's funny, like he is funny.
So, what time do you clock off tonight?
Oh, I'll be done by about 5. Done by about 5 tonight. So it's usually about the same every night now. But
and you're not far away, are you? You're home for your tea like straight away, or
yeah, I've got I race home to look after the little one, and then my lass goes out to work as soon as I get in. She does split shift. She works morning and evening. So I get home, she goes out the door, and then she gets back about 9 o'clock. So yeah.
You the bedtime duty? Are you like you've got to calm them down? Get them to bed and that.
I'm supposed to do that, but easier said than done. But
you know what, mate? I used to love it, mate. I used to love it. Like having a baby now, I couldn't imagine it. But if it happened, you know what I mean? You just got to take it, haven't you? But
I love it, man. I absolutely love it.
I've only got one son, and you think all the things they happen that fast, don't they? Like 1 minute you're dropping them, picking them up from school, the next minute they don't want to lift. You know what I mean? And
That's
then
it. My little one, she's only 21 months now, because I'm late to this game, fatherhood. Left it late. I'm 45 now, and she's just brilliant though. Makes me laugh every day. Just some of the stuff she comes out with. Called me a dickhead the other day. I've never been so proud of her. Shows she's a good judge of character.
Wait, you've got an 11-year-old girl, mate. Whew. Laugh a minute. Absolutely laugh a minute.
People say to you though, enjoy it because it flies by, and you think, yeah, whatever. Bloody does, like. Can't believe she's 21 months already. It's like crazy.
So on 21 months, let's just get this right. Are we still like on a couple of ounces or in a bottle before bed?
Yeah, just something like that. Yeah, now and again.
I've done all that bourbon, and are you any good at the bourbon, like? You any good at the bourbon?
Yeah, I was brilliant at it. Yeah, I'm good at bourbon myself, so I think she's learned off me. Yeah, but no, she's cool now. She's she's into everything. I was at a kid's party yesterday with her on bloody bouncy castle. I just spent the whole 2 hours waiting for her to fracture her skull, headbutting some other kid.
Oh.
But we left.
It's not worse than them bouncy castles. They are dangerous, aren't they? Like death traps.
They were running by it. There was about 20 kids on it, just bouncing here, there, and everywhere. I'm like, this is just a recipe for disaster. But she left.
Honestly,
she left it.
I'm like that. Did you ever use it? I used to take my son to Wacky Warehouse, mate, and there's now worse than the Wacky Warehouse. Believe me. The mothers there's always a fight in there. It's always a fight. And between the mothers, it was your son, no, it wasn't. I should just sit there and read the paper, and my son was away like for an hour, you know what I mean? Used to love it, man. But yeah, they are death traps in places, like.
Right, I'm going to jump off anyway, mate, because I've got to go and get ready for the show.
Spot on now, mate. Have a good one. I'll catch you in a bit.
See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Yeah, see you later, Al. Cheers, mate. We didn't have to suffer that mush for too long there. Big love to Al all the way from Flamingo Land. Probably like Carlsberg. Probably the best sea line trainer in Pickering. You know, like within a few mile radius of Tullygoland, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
These 11-year-olds, man, they're absolutely nuts. Dave knows all about that, don't you, Dave, lad? Where is he anyway? Betty. Yeah, how come, like, are you watching reruns of some others do have them or something, Dave? Or it's just like stuck in your head. This is the vape of the week, guys. It's not the vape some people are thinking of. This is, it has got nicotine in it. Blue sour raspberry. 6,000 puffs. You watch Big Jail coming now and mention 6,000 puffs. Where is he anyway? I know he's about. Oh, yeah, man. Big G. Big G. Right. I'll be honest with you. When you start, if see, I have the odd cigarette, right? I'll be honest. When I've got these, I hardly bother. I hardly bother with cigarettes. Like, I hardly bother at all. But these become your best friend. Honestly, these go everywhere with you. Your vape goes everywhere with you. And wherever it's allowed to vape, you vape. That's the only thing. You know what, Steve? The patches, right? Patches every time. First time I wanted to quit, I'd been smoking about 10 years, I think. I thought, right, it was when patches were like, you know, they'd been out a while, but there was still a bit, you know, people were like, honestly, mate, I used to get one of them, right? Cut it in half, put it on there, and it was like my friend for the day, swear down. It's like, it would stop me from smoking, like it was my mate. And then I'd take it off, got to take it off at night though, because they had the worst, like, nightmares ever. Like, scariest monsters that you've ever seen. But I think that's part of the course, isn't it? Pick up that lot, yeah. Pick up yourself. Yeah, some people they don't suit everyone, you know, but you do get fed up with them. Like I mean, the weasel probably have like a few different flavors, you know, like 3 different ones. So we keep swapping them because you know you get a bit fed up. I know. I definitely think there's something in there. Tracy, it is in where is it? It's in Pickering in North Yorkshire. I think if you're in Blackpool, you know what? It's not far. It's not far, is it? It's over the Pennines, I think. I know every time we go to Blackpool, we always go through the moors. Like it's a nice scenery, but there's just, I mean, if you like green fields and that, and then Blackpool just comes out of nowhere. But yeah, it's not far from North Yorkshire. It is. Yeah. North Yorkshire. Porthos. Sorry, mate. Didn't see you there. Yeah, I think them vapes are gonna. I think they're gonna take over, mate. The THC vapes. 'Cause let's face it. I mean, you've got to skin up, haven't you? You know, you've got to skin up. You skin up all day long. You must skin up all day long. Like, you must get fed up with it. Like, so imagine not having to do that, but just have a bit of plastic that you could just put in your pocket, get out whenever you want. You don't have to like get out the wind and sit and grind stuff and that. To like, and you're not harming your lungs as bad. I don't think. You're going to go for it, aren't you? I think you're going to take over. Yes, Stephen, how you doing, matey? Hope you're good. Yeah, but the only thing with them vapes is like the kids get old and don't they? After that, like, think of the bee's knees and that, don't they? But anyway, guys, I am going to end this one now. It was just a quick afternoon one, you know, just to say all right to everyone, to be honest. Good to Aldi to jump on there, my mate Al, live from Flamingo Land. You're not going to get pictures of live sea lions anywhere else. But, yeah, so what I was going to tell you earlier on, can you remember back in the day, this is my last story, but back in the day when we started doing the lives, me and Jim, yeah, can you remember Crazy Behaviour, that song, Crazy Behaviour? So it was just a classic, wasn't it, you know? It's a cult classic. And it'll always remind me of, like, Jim. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to get it and I'm going to play it on here. I was listening to it before I went live, and that just depressed me. Swear down, depressed us. I was like, that's what my son said. Fact, the same thing, but he's a bloody fussy git. We could be 100% THC, like last year forever, and we should still find somewhere up there. Yeah, but I was going to play Crazy Behaviour, but I'm not kidding you. I put it on, and like, even though it does remind us, like, with some laughs and that, it was just, I don't know, weird vibes, like weird vibes. Right. I don't think this is caught on yet, but I'm going to give it another chance. You probably hate it, but it is my play out tune of the day. You'll all be singing it later. Don't lie.
Ken had some eggs and gammon at a restaurant in Rill. Then he went with his wife Rhiannon to a campsite on the hill. The night was very windy, though outside it was still. Eggs and gammon, poor Rhiannon Ken had wind. Eggs and gammon, poor Rhiannon Ken's bad wind. Yeah, a little bit cheeky this one, isn't it? They opened up the tent flaps, but the smell it seemed to stay. So they tightened all the guy ropes, just in case they blew away. They saw a daddy longlegs get on his knees and pray. Oh, eggs and gammon, poor Rhiannon Ken had wind. Eggs and gammon, poor Rhiannon Ken's bad wind. Oh no, it works as well, doesn't it? And in the morning, the storm it did subside. Ken went to the doctors and some medicine was prescribed. What of the daddy longlegs? Well, I'm sorry to say he died. Oh, eggs and gammon, poor Rhiannon Ken had wind. Come on, eggs and gammon, poor Rhiannon Ken's bad wind. Yeah, yeah. Oh, eggs and gammon, poor Rhiannon and Ken had wind. Oh, eggs and gammon, poor Rhiannon and Ken's bad wind. Oh, pardon me.